Hey everybody, you're watching Cole the Cornstar. Just a friendly little reminder, if you guys enjoy our content and you want to support the channel, the best thing you can do is hit the thumbs up button. You guys see that? It rained. It's actually rained almost 3 inches today. I need to check my billing system here because apparently I have a $138,000 bill that I thought I'd paid like 4 months ago. They say otherwise. So we're gonna check the book.
You got Neva's update on her boots. These are her little work boots. Her cowboy boots that were sitting outside over here. They are not there right now. I just ran down in Cole's basement. Oh yeah, trust me. It smells like rotten beans in here. Stinky boots. So Neva, you getting another video about ready? Ready?
It's gonna be ready soon.
Make sure you check out Neva's videos. All right, well, we're gonna go out and see what Cole's doing. I know he's out there with a guy doing some looking on his house or trying to design a porch.
He's embarrassed of us. He turned around.
Can you see Cole? He's like pointing away from the house. Yeah, I thought maybe put an 80-foot porch on here.
I don't think they can hear us or they're ignoring us. That hurt my knuckles.
As we're a witness of Neva abusing the glass storm window. Oh, look at the wind blow. Woo. Here in the shop. Gotta put a new air filter and stuff on the truck. Trying to clean the truck out. I did oil that squeaky door. Listen to that. Oh, now it squeaked a little bit. Trying to get the inside cleaned out. I did clean my dash yesterday. But the squeaky door, as of right now, sounds pretty good. I'll probably open it tomorrow and it will squeak. The neighbor brought his tractor back down. Cooper was working on that yesterday. A little hinge over here. Pipe in the way. Cooper, you left me a trap.
Oh, today is one of those days. I woke up, worked on some computer stuff, got tired, so I took a nap. We got some really big things coming, but man, is that stuff expensive. Listen to that wind out there. It's like a hurricane. I always feel so lazy when I'm just in the office doing different projects, but it's stuff that needs to be done, and it's stuff that's very important because it affects the longevity of the farm, and it affects how our work is gonna be done in the future. Because there's a lot of decisions that I'm making right now that are going to affect how the farm is ran in 20 years. So we really need to dial these in now so that way we can foresee any shortcomings that may come up in our decision making or just any errors in general. Man, can it be boring sometimes. It's all right though. I'll be glad I did it when I'm done.
What I'm doing, I'm changing the air filter on the truck. Oh man, it comes out easier than it went in there. That is one nice thing about being a farmer like today. Cole is home doing some work at his house. Cooper and Natalie were off doing some things that they wanted to get done today. Mama Cornstar, she's off working today, so I got the shop to myself. Right now I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna sit back, eat my Snickers, and relax for a few minutes. Kind of one of them jobs you can do that, but you know you got things to do, you get them done. Out here on the farm, I don't think you'll ever get to the end of what you gotta do because sometimes when you're working on something you wasn't supposed to breaks and you got to get on that, and before you can get back on the project that you want to get done, something else breaks. Need to crawl underneath the pickup, need to grease all the joints.
So back in the shop today is Miss Alice Chalmers. It's our neighbors. I did all that welding on the loader and that's holding up, but he called me the other day and said he had an issue. So this pin here fell out, so it was right here, and then it pulled this whole piece forward, and this side was locked in because it's got this brace here. So me and Dad put a chain on here, put it on the axle of the tractor, have this long pipe. It's got a bunch of tension on it right now, and we heated the crap out of this and it finally pulled back. So now we cut this so it took off tension. I'm gonna weld this back, and then I'll probably put maybe another one up here, one down here so it won't bend, and then we'll put the loader, the pin back in, and we'll put a cotter key in it to make sure it doesn't fall out, and then we'll throw a little bit of paint on it. We should be good. We re-welded that piece there because that was cracked, and then we welded here and put a new weld there. It's not perfectly straight, as you can tell, but it's a lot better than what it was. I'm surprised me and Dad got it this good. It's an old loader. It'll hold for what he's got to do with it. We're gonna put one more of these braces in, I think. Maybe put one here or down here. All right, we got her done. We have to loosen this fitting because when it bent, it pushed it out, so this cylinder is out further than that one. So when I loosen it and I push on it, it'll suck in so it'll straighten out again. Not hard to do, but we'll have to loosen that up. Prime time, baby. Got some KP Transport Orange right here, so we're gonna paint over that primer. The guy can come get it. Look at that. Yeah, I could paint the whole thing, but then if I paint that, then I'm gonna wanna paint that, and I'm gonna wanna paint the loader orange. So we're just throwing a little bit of paint over it for the welds so they don't rust, and for the sake it just looks a little bit better. So there you go, $5 paint job.
Hopefully Cole remembers we have an appointment this morning. Hopefully Cole got my message. I haven't heard from him.
Oh boy. We got her done. Neva and I went over $1.4 million worth of cash flow over the past 3 months, kind of double checking up stuff, making sure everything is how it's supposed to be. That took basically all day, but we did gain some useful knowledge from it. Found out I'm missing a month's worth of cash flow, and I do owe that guy $138,000 that I thought I paid. But this morning I do have a meeting with one of our agronomists. Well, the guy owe $138,000, so we should probably go to that because I'm like 35 minutes late already. In my defense, I didn't really know we had a meeting because Dad thought he told me we did, but I was never told. Now before we leave, we can't forget our wallet. Want to pick up one of these? Link's down in the description. So is the discount code. I'm not trying to be pushy at all, but I love this thing. Okay, which pit vipers do we want? Let's go with these.
I hear a vehicle coming down the road now. This guy, we might name him Heinz. We're still debating, but he kind of looks like a Heinz. All right, Jamie. Thanks for the new truck. I like it. Hi, Jamie.
How you doing?
Good. Good. Cole is always late for whatever we're doing.
So as many of you guys know, I am all about trying new things on the farm because I want to be progressing, not staying where we are, because if we're staying where we are, we're not going anywhere. So in our farm, we plant a lot of corn on ground that was corn the year before. This is called corn on corn. And last year, we were forced to do about 300 acres of no-till corn on corn, meaning we couldn't get in there and do any tillage, and that's because it was so wet. And last year, we got phenomenal yields off doing that. Tillage costs us just about $18 an acre. So if we took 1,000 acres, that's $18,000. But anyhow, let's fast forward to this year. So last year, we got a sample, but 1 year is not enough, because you could have an anomaly year. So we decided to try a little bit more no-till corn on corn. As you can see from the field behind me, kind of having some mixed results. We did 600 acres of no-till corn on corn. Half of it looks really, really good. But then like this 100-acre farm, I'll be honest, it looks horrible. We had really uneven emergence in this field. Some corn plants are this tall, while others are just starting to come out of the ground. And we have a ton of skips. So we have a couple of variables to blame here. Number one, the corn we planted the year before just did not break down. There's just a big old mat in this field. All of our other no-till corn on corn fields don't look like this at all. They look more like this. So for some reason, this variety of corn that we planted last year is just not wanting to break down. And number 2 and 3 come hand in hand with soil conditions and weather. Right after we planted this, we got a decent rain, and then it stayed cold for about 3 weeks, and we developed a crust. So that crust is on top of the soil, and it makes it hard. It's hard to grow a plant through that. So while yes, this is extremely disappointing, and this field is not going to do very well more than likely, we live and we learn, because we're never gonna progress unless we try different things. Sometimes we gotta take those risks in order to know. We knew there was a large risk involved with this. We wanted to try it, so we did. It didn't work out, but that's okay. We can change our practices next year. And also thank the good Lord above that not all of our no-till corn on corn fields look like this. This is by far the worst one. We have 300 acres of it that look phenomenal. You honestly couldn't even tell that it was no-till corn on corn. We got another 200 acres that they probably look about 85% of the really good fields. And then this one, that's like half. I'll tell you what, man, does this look embarrassing. Looks pretty bad. So neighbors, if you're driving by and you wonder why this field looks absolutely horrible, that's why, my fault. So what do we think, Jamie? 300 bushel corn?
No, nope. I was just telling your dad, if we weren't as late in the game as we are, I'd recommend replanting. I'm finding some seeds. They started germinating. Some of them started coming up and then went the other direction. The crust and cold weather. That's the bad thing about no-till. It works really well. It's got its pros and its cons. Sometimes you just got to be a little more patient because that soil doesn't warm up as quickly, and it tends to hold the moisture a little longer. So yeah, unfortunately, I just think you had a few things, against you.
You guys see this weed? This is one of our most troublesome weeds around here. This is called water hemp. What he'll do, especially in soybean fields, is he'll grow above the canopy of the soybeans, And then he produces thousands of little seeds that spread everywhere. And water hemp is one of those plants that just seems to be more resistant to the products that we apply to try to control our weeds. So it's best to get that guy when he's small, because you don't want him. So you guys see this bale gap behind me where there's nothing planted at all? When we put all the new goodies on our planter this year, apparently we missed the calibration where you put in the measurements from the relativity of the planter to the tractor. We didn't catch it until day 2 of planting. So we got like 500 acres that looks like this. It's all about figuring out the kinks in the hose. We're in the Dynagrow field right now. But overall, this corn's actually looking really nice.
Hi, Anna. Did you want to say hi to everybody? Oh, you're just tired today. Look at you. You're even taking a day off. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you too before I go. My boots don't stink, Neva.